Hello humans, my name's SimPerfect, this is a Sims 4, and part of my project to steampunk Willow Creek. Now, last night I had a bit of a revelation, you know when you lie down and then you suddenly have an idea, and I've typed into my phone's notes, as I often do, some random rubbish. It just says, Clock, Lobster, Restaurant, Fin de siècle, Bistro, à l'horloge. Okay, so some pretentious French in there for... so Clock, Lobster, Restaurant, Fin de siècle means end of the century, but it's specifically talking about kind of the late 1800s, particularly kind of Paris-y, a bistro, you know, quick restaurant, and then horloge means clock. So what I'm going to do is make this clock-themed seafoody restaurant for my steampunked Willow Creek. I wanted to test out this tower to see if it would work. It's made out of these clocks which I've enlarged and then encaged. So what I'm going to do is have a spur coming off to the left here. That's going to be kind of the kitchens, and then a spur coming off to the right here. That'll be the actual dining area. The front of it is going to be, you know, like a Parisian or kind of a London-y front as well. And then just some of the details are going to be a bit weirder. Makes me think of some of the architecture in Prague. I've not been to Prague, but I love the architecture. One day I'd like to go there. And then there'll be kind of an outdoor seating area around here. The rest of the video is going to be kind of sped up, but then I'll see you in a bit. Okay, bye for now. Hello, yeah, so this is how it's going so far. I need to have my dinner. So I reckon that's pretty much the outside done. I'm going to do the garden as a separate section. Outside's done, the inside, the kind of building work of it is done, but I need to do all the decoration. And yeah, I'm pretty chuffed with how it's going. In the end, I decided to have this tower freestanding because there was no way it was going to attach prettily and still be able to maintain this clock face, which I quite like. So it's a bit odd, it's a bit different, but it is steampunk. So I think odd and different is the name of the game, really. Cool. Right. See you in a bit then. Okay, so here it is. The final result. And here we have it. I'm going to call it Clock Lobster Restaurant. Oh my gosh. 300,000 simoleons and counting. So, the thing that kicked it off overall was this tower. I was pretty pleased with it, so I left it as it is. It's these clock towers on their own, which have overgrown. So there are four of them, four sides to the clock face. And then what I really like, sorry, here we go, down. There we go. Is this kind of just a whole load of clocks that are almost like bubbles within, and so that's kind of marrying up our seaside theme and also the clock theme. Clocks are great for steampunk, obviously. And then if you look at it from far away, it almost looks as if the clock tower is made of clocks inside. So I'm just quite pleased with that. I've put some graffiti and advertising on the inside of this little separate bit, which helps it make sense of it. Here's the front, the kind of facade. The style was, I was going to, kind of French-ish. The kind of place you'd have a French bistro, except of course steampunk-ified, so just times a million. We've got these gorgeous steampunk columns, iron everywhere, copper everywhere, outside dining, And I'm also quite pleased with these headpieces. I don't know what I'm going to call them, headpieces, that's fine, which are made from the individual parts. So this is like a police headquarters insignia. Got a clock on it, obviously, and then some little clocks by the side, and it's, you know, a bit unique. Dormers up here. Again, a bit unique by having a long window, like that's a full length window, except I've kind of cut it in half by the way it's set up. So there you go, that's the front. Let's imagine we've just gone in the front door. We've got the main bit of the restaurant. Big old staircase going upstairs, bit of a bar area so you can wait while you're waiting to be seated. Loads of places to eat, lots of light, lots of open space, and then this little cubby hole again, just loads and loads of clocks. That's all it is, loads of clocks. Almost like eyes, I think that one. That's a little bit scary, but fun scary. Bathroom kind of speaks for itself. Gender neutral. I've got this open area for washing your hands and whatever, and then just individual loos. If you go through here, you get to the kitchen, which is like an industrial kitchen. Low hanging lights. I like the sink washing area. I'm not sure they actually need to use it, but you know, it's there for realism's sake. Realism? Really? Not particularly, given the steampunk setting. So we've got 4 whole cookers, loads of metal everywhere, a bit of a storage kind of place around here, and these windows I love because they look really sturdy. I've designed this bit of the building to look really practical and industrial. A little bit of a pipe work area disguised with all of these bits of greenery. Okay, so that's the kitchen. Let's go, I reckon, as if we've gone up the stairs. Here's the first floor, as we call it in Britain. Just more places for people to eat. There's a crazy number of places for people to eat. There are 125 dining spots, which is, you know, well over what you really need. But it means you've got the choice of places to go. More clocks, another bathroom. More clocks. Oh gosh, can you sense a theme? It's called the clock lobster. Okay, so you know it's got lots of clocks. More outdoor eating out the front. Let's have a look at the back. So here we are, umbrellaed tables, and then I like these little places to have a romantic meal. Oh, using the romantic garden set. But yeah, loads of places. There's 3 waiter stations, one here, one on the ground floor, and one upstairs. Okay, I think that's it. Oh, these lanterns. I use this a fair amount when it's the right situation to have, because I find it's very easy to fill up your garden space. So it's a way of kind of keeping it quite sparse whilst having interest. Let me put it to night time. There you go. So it's just a little bit of almost fairy lights. I just quite like it. You can see on the back here, let me bring it back to afternoon. Got some ivy growing up the walls, more iron, more metal, more stone. Lovely job, I think. I'm pretty chuffed with that. This has turned out actually kind of pretty much as I liked it. If you've enjoyed, please leave me a like. If you haven't, then please do subscribe. I'm going to hopefully be finishing off all of Willow Creek in a steampunk style. Let me know if you've got any requests for particular kinds of buildings that you want. And let me know any feedback you've got down in the comments. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again sometime. Bye now.